Ready? Oi there, one and all, how are we? Big ups, welcome back, straight away, we're straight back in. I delete this old messy run here. Oh wait, OBS hasn't woken up yet to Project Zomboid. There it is. Right, what am I doing? Okay. Right, so just setting myself up here. Santiago, big ups, how are you? It's been a while, it's been so long. The minutes have felt like hours. Okay, so this is Project Zomboid. Let's do it. There's all these other new challenges as well, but no. Apocalypse mode. Somebody pick. You can pick in the chat where I spawn. Actually, no, you can pick, but only between Moldra and West Point. In fact, no, you can't pick. I'm gonna roll a dice. I have a dice right here. This is perfect. So 1 to 3 is Moldra, 4 to 6 is West Point. And we rolled a 4. West Point for the win. Oh, we've got a build to make as well. We need to make James's build when we play multiplayer again. I'll do that another time. He sent me his whole build that he wants, and I've got to load it into my system for our split screen sessions. Okay, let's make a new musician. Who's cool? Let's get Jack Stratton. We don't have a Jack Stratton yet, do we? Yeah, Jack Stratton is obviously the coolest. If you don't know Jack Stratton, you should get to know. Jack Stratton is the sort of band leader of Wolfpack. I think that's how he spells it. I don't know if it's a double T or not. It might not be a double T. Maybe I can Google it quickly over here. Oh yeah, no, he's a double T. He's a double T kind of Stratton. So that's fine. Male, right. He doesn't look like this. Skin color's fine, I suppose. Chest hair, yeah, I'm imagining he does have chest hair. It's weird, isn't it, how you just get a sense, like, I'm just like, yeah, he's a chest hairy kind of a guy. Never seen his chest. Just think I know. No, that's too messy curly. Just isn't quite right. It needs to be a bit, like, a bit more curly, but not that long. Yeah, I guess it has to just be messy curly. Okay, that's as good as it gets. But that does, yeah, otherwise it looks okay. The shirt should be, oh wait, t-shirt, it should be just a normal t-shirt, and it should be like red. Like that Wolfpack sleeve, you know, of that album. Wait, hold on. Where's the like normal red? Is it supposed to be there? I guess that looks quite red. Like that, yeah, that's good. Shorts, white shorts. Long socks. Red. Sneakers. Okay. Sneakers, white. Right, I'm pretty sure that's like roughly the outfit he has on the front of that Beautiful Game Wolfpack album. Yes, Ian, you're right, mate. So there he is. There's Jack Stratton. Save. Save. Okay, brilliant. Let's go. Oh yeah, I've got some noodles I was eating earlier. Let me just polish off a few more of these. These are really spicy though. God damn. Alright, we all ready? I have not been able to get off to a start this last month or so of playing Zomboid, so here it is. Terrible spawning house with no TV. I'll take all of that though. We'll take all of that. I'll take the kettle to fill with water. Sadistic Astronaut's back. Hello, hello. How are you? This is Project Zomboid. This is, as I described, The Sims crossed with like 7 Days to Die or some shit. There's nothing in there. Oh yeah, my inventories have been moved from when we were playing split screen last night. Just move those back into the center. Okay. So we want to try and get into another house, I guess, as quickly as possible. A house that has a TV, because we can level up our skills. Right, we can equip that bag secondary. It's kind of interesting, the lug wrench and the tire pump are useful, but they're useful once we actually start using cars. Don't know if we want to carry them around with us on day one. This window's not opening. This one is. Turn the volume of that down. Tune in Life and Living. Which probably means nothing's on. Take those off of there. Open them up. And over here, take the books off. Or the kind of the skill books, but put the magazines and the other books and things over there. So they're kind of now sorted and organised. That's good. Satchel can go on our back. That's quite useful. The duffel bag is even more useful on our back, I think. That window right there was just smashed. Ridiculous. Our first kill here. Keep your distance from them when they're coming through windows, always. Okay. We'll rip up this shirt so we've got some rags on us. Pop, hello. How do you make sticks? Oh, the sticks in Poetica, the way that we did that was with just fill the crafting grid. 3x3 block of sticks. We'll do that for you. Okay. 2 water bottles is amazing. We can put the can opener in there. And then take out all the junk. So that what we're doing is just kind of organising ourselves. So we've got food in here that's perishable, and then we've got freezer. In this cabinet here, we're going to put our non-perishables. In this cabinet here, underneath the sink, we're going to put our water. So we're going to now fill all of our water containers at the sink. We'll get both the kettles filled, and then we can put those under. Our water bottles I'm going to keep on us for drinking water for ourselves. Yep, they're both full. That's good. Is this online? Yeah. So there is a multiplayer component to Project Zomboid. However, this latest build, Build 41, which is really the only build of the game you want to play, because the other one's pretty old now by comparison. Yeah, there's no multiplayer in Build 41 currently. Thought we had somebody banging around. Right, house key. Take the body outside as well, because living with bodies all over the floor isn't very good for you either, I don't think. Thank you. Nothing in there. So actually, let's use this little room as our rubbish bin. So all the items that aren't of immediate use to us, like spare can openers. Can openers are useful, but we don't need spare ones. These terrible weapons. So that's all that stuff can go in there. Good. Now, under the sink, let's throw the orange soda, because that's a drink. And then, why isn't the satchel equipped secondary? So actually we picked up the body. So 20 capacity and 10 on weight reduction. So the garbage bag's bigger but doesn't reduce the weight as much as the satchel. Yeah, so I like satchel and duffel bag on our back. I think that all works. The garbage bag is pretty useful, and so I guess we'll put like our useful like things here. And then we've got books there, and I'm gonna remove everything from here as well. We'll go through this. What I'm finding strange is that we haven't had a carpentry show yet. I guess it's about to start any minute. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 11:50 right now, and that's what we find out, you know. What's happened here? In fact, there it is. Look, that's exactly what happened. Don't need the notebooks. So do we want to start reading any of these immediately? I think we're okay. think let's work our way through all the magazines that otherwise take up room on the shelves. Yeah, you can get the 2 players with a Steam hack. Yeah, it's really, really good fun, Ian. Like, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So do I. Like, I think we'll do more, you know, probably every night. Me and James are going to try and have a late night sort of Zomboid multiplayer session like that at the moment, because, yeah, we really enjoyed it. It's loads of fun. Ah, right. Now, actually, as that's finished, we're not going to waste our time reading magazines we've already read. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to open them, so that if we find them again somewhere else, we'll be able to tell. That's a spare. Okay. Yeah, looking good. Now, let's take the empty notebooks off of there as well, actually, because I think we can probably use that. Like, the rubbish is strictly in here. And that one's a duplicate, and that one's been read, and notebooks are just notebooks. And we've got water bottles, and we've got ripped sheets, and we've got 2 bags, both of which I think are empty. Shut that door. This isn't a bad hideout, this one. Like, getting a few sheets would be good. And we want a watch, I suppose, as well, but we should. Yeah, we got a good carpentry level from watching TV just then. So let's... Oh, snap. Is that the school right there? We're literally... Okay, this is a great spawn. Let's go over to the school and try and get some books. It's actually really not the worst spawn, even though there's no TV in the house there. You come over to this house and then you're right next to school. And there's a wristwatch. Do we know what time of day it is as we navigate? Helps you understand the game more. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I guess because we're talking about it with one another about what we can and can't do. That does make sense. The other thing that's really fun about it is the teaming up on combat. Whoa. Which clearly I need if I can't even push a zombie reliably. There we go. Yeah, if we upgrade to shoes, then we have more defense on our feet. The actual outfit that I gave Jack Stratton to start with is a bad one. The shorts are really bad as well, whereas if we had a zombie that was wearing jeans, like this guy. Come on the floor. Get on the floor. There we go. Give me some more. Okay, large gold hooped earrings always make me look like a bad man. Yes, bruv. Now I'm looking like a pirate. Okay, these jeans aren't in that good condition. There's a big hole in them anyway. Only pushing with one hand, be careful. Does that actually make a difference, does it? If I'm holding something in one hand, then my push is weaker. Is it literally? I mean, this is a phenomenal spawn. Look, and the grocery store isn't even like that busy. Okay, there's a couple of friends here who want to play. Hi, friend. Lovely. Let's get our health tab up, actually. Only pushing with one hand. Yeah, I guess we should probably try Wow, look at this. There's just like actual car parts just all over the floor. It's kind of jokes. I guess those zombies will have heard that. No? Okay, well, let's just sneak around the back of the building then. That guy's got a hand axe sticking out of his back. So that's a good zombie for us to kill. Hand axe attached to our belt. It's not in the worst condition, but it's not in very good condition. But it is a great weapon. We may want to leave this guy here pushing the door. I'm just going to kill him anyway. Yeah, the door is up. But now that we've picked up the hand axe, we can come back around the front where the broken windows were, where I was worried about us being, like, you know, cutting ourselves. If we get that axe out, then we can remove the broken glass with the axe. We won't cut ourselves. We can get in. And then let's fill the satchel with the fresh food, I suppose. And then the big bag will be where we'll put all of the... Not sure what door that was just broken down anyway. Part of me wants to actually, I might as well just take all this food back to the fridge first. We're not in a huge rush here. We got lucky there. I think screwdriver is sticking out of this zombie, which is a good find. Screwdriver. Also attach that to our belt. Annotated map. Very good. Silver necklace. Let's wear one of those. Diamond on a silver ring. Chuck that on my right middle finger. Okay, alright, let's go. We've just got this back room to sort out then, which will have more food in. Ah, full. Okay, great. And then bin, anything? No. Okay, so that's the grocery store done. We're a little bit hungry, so let's eat the broccoli on our way home. And I don't know if staying in this house in the long run is the best thing. I think I'd like a 2-story house, but we could try to take the school. I think it's too big of a base. I think we want 2-story houses somewhere near here, and I think there might be some behind us. So we'll move house like shortly, but not immediately. So fresh things. I always like to freeze my meat, so I think I'll do that. Throw all the non-perishable food in there. school's way too big for a base. Yeah, that would be insane, wouldn't it? I took the school in Rosewood, I think, once as a base. Or maybe Riverside. No, I think it was Rosewood. I think I took the Rosewood school as a base once, and it was pretty jokes, actually. What is he doing? So I check those water bottles I've just thrown in there. Are they actually both full? They do look like they're both full. Great. And then more drinks. Can of oats. Right, and as it's now 20 to 5. Let's read our annotated map. It's March Ridge. Okay, so we can rename this. Did I just read again? Rename. Annotated March Ridge map, like that. I'll throw that down on there. That's where we can keep our maps, perhaps. Yeah, so let's just burn through reading some of these magazines now while we wait between now and the TV show starting at 6. Martinez, is there an ending to the game? No, just to survive as long as possible. I mean, it literally, the game literally starts with it introducing you to the game by just saying, this is how you died. Like, the only inevitable end to this game is death. Which is nice and cheery, isn't it? We can fast forward time a little bit to get the reading done quicker, which is why it is quite like Sims. And then you see these moodlets up here in the top. There we got anxious because we're a smoker and we haven't had a cigarette in a while. We are hungry for obvious reasons because we just need to eat. There we go. Look, we've read now all the magazines that we have. So the magazines like this contain recipes, crafting recipes, basically. And now they've all been read. So that's good. And then while we wait a little bit longer, we can now start reading these books. And I think Cooking for Beginners is best to read early because we'll hopefully make up for having missed the TV show this morning. We can sit on the ground as well to rest while we read. We can fast forward for half an hour. But then at 6 PM in game, the fishing show will start, and we'll start getting some fishing levels up here. And basically the way all this works with our skill tree, for anyone who's new to the game, is the TV show gives us actual XP. So watching TV is akin to actually carrying out tasks, whereas reading the books gives us a multiplier for that particular skill, for that particular skill level as well. So right now we're reading Cooking for Beginners, so this gives us an XP multiplier for cooking level 1 and 2. After we get past level 2, the multiplier that Cooking for Beginners gives us is going to be nothing. So yeah, so that's all just worth understanding. Right. So I think that that's finished now. So I think we throw Cooking for Beginners on the floor. We have rip sheets, a screwdriver and a water bottle. We've got an axe in hand. Let's eat something so we're strong. Let's eat this onion. Or so at least we're not hungry and weak. I don't think eating one onion is going to make us well fed and strong necessarily, but it did take away the peckishness. We haven't found any cigarettes or lighters or matches on anyone yet. So the anxiety that we're feeling is going to be impacting things like our weapon accuracy, our like speed of movement and things like this. So we want to try and find some cigarettes like soon, really. Also just leveling up a bit of axe skill here. Why not? Another satchel on that one, but that's fine. We only need one satchel, I feel. If we can find a duffel bag that's a different colour so I can see it in my inventory, I'd like that. Right, if that one's actually going to be too stupid to notice us, then I am going to take advantage of that. Okay, so this is the library in the school. I'll take the scissors, actually. Actually, you know what? The pens are quite useful, so we'll take a couple of pens. Red and blue. And we can do drawings and things. You literally can, like the maps and the sheets of paper, we can now write on them. So we can like write ourselves notes and things like that now that we have pens. So they are actually useful. I was being a little bit of a joker, but I was also kind of being legit. It's just those moments when you're not paying attention and suddenly there's a brer behind you. That's why the hearing is so important though, isn't it? That's why, like, when you play as a deaf character, you just... Well, I do anyway, I just die very quickly if I try to take those negative traits. Trying to take all the happiness books too, because while we don't have cigarettes, reading books kind of distracts us a little bit. Same goes for these magazines and things. The stress reduction is like, stress is what we feel when you're a character that's got the smoker trait that isn't smoking. That's literally, this is our stress moodlet, and we're at an anxious level of stress. So yeah, the books, the magazines, boredom and stress reduction will mitigate some of that, you know, some of that craving. What we're really looking for here is Carpentry for Beginners. It's a very, very useful book because the carpentry skill is really useful to level up quickly with, because you make things like rain collector barrels with your carpentry skill, which, as you can imagine, is really important for when water supplies die. Carpentry for Intermediates twice is a bit annoying, but maybe we'll find a Carpentry for Beginners here at the last minute. Or maybe we won't. One more little row of these to check here. Expert trapping is good as well. Oh, hold on. Take the normal book, definitely, and then this one, just that magazine at the bottom there. Oh, we can take the radios as well. They are actually quite nice to have for dismantling, for electrical components and things. Right, and that's it. So short of going around all the classrooms and stuff, we've done the library now. So we didn't get Carpentry for Beginners, which is a little bit disappointing. The canteen isn't a bad place to hit up in the school, but also just the lockers are really good places to hit up, because we might find bigger, better backpacks. We're not too... There's quite a few to fight here to get through the lockers. Don't mind getting some max levels here. Some early leveling up No bad thing. Meccan, how are you? You alright? Welcome, welcome. I just see like a lot of stuff on this guy. That's a key, I suppose. It's the only really useful thing. Antidepressants, also very useful when you're a smoker that has no cigarettes. But actually, if you want a good place to look for cigarettes, it is actually in school lockers. You tend to find them. Cigarettes, there we go, on the students, in fact. Anyone got any matches or a lighter for me? Let's wear the sweatband, make myself look like a bad man. So duffel bag is better than a satchel for a secondary bag. We are starting to get a bit tired now. Swimming goggles. It's kind of jokes. There we go. Cool. For how long will we stream? I don't know. Till about 5 o'clock UK time, which is in like an hour and a half. Got another hour and a half of this. You lucky thing. Pretty funny. It's covered in blood, but it will give me some protection. Okay, very nice, very nice. Right, let's just try and get these done quickly, shall we? I just want a lighter. Is it too much to ask? I think we finished this batch, didn't we? And found nothing. Ugh. Give me your house key. Fuck up. Okay, next. Some food in that lunchbox, so we'll take it. Sort it out later. Food in that lunchbox, we'll take that and sort it out later as well. Now there are more. Oh dear. There are more lockers upstairs. But you need to know when to leave, and I often don't. But this, right now I'm going to leave. It's time to get out. Okay. I'm hoping then, okay, there's that one there, but we should be able to just, like, with this kind of sneaking stance here, we should be able to kind of just dodge that zombie, I think, and get back to our house. Okay. Okay. Anyone following us? It's always good to check behind you as you approach your house and no one has followed you. Okay. So, what do we got here? Oh, we got lots of books. Very nice. And then in here there'll be loads more. So we did get carpentry for intermediates. That's not bad at all, because we'll get through beginners carpentry at some point, and then we'll, you know, intermediate will be what we'll need next. So it's not the worst. But yeah, carpentry for beginners would have been nice to have overnight tonight. But I think we have to accept we aren't going to have that. Okay, and then magazines and basically all the other literature that isn't the skill books. Can go on here. And we've got loads more magazines to read, which is cool. And then if I put all of this stuff, well, not the duffel bag, if I put all of this stuff into the other duffel bag, put the duffel bag into my main inventory, then we can equip it secondary, which will unequip the satchel, which can then go in our rubbish bin. And now we have 2 duffel bags, a sports t-shirt, throw that on there. Yeah, get rid of all these moodlets, definitely. So, these are all things that we deem useful, right? So we put them all in here. Ah, yes, and then if we put our axe away, we can equip the lunch boxes in primary, and then we can access them and eat a banana, for example. And throw some apples in there. Okay. And then I'll just do that. Actually, then the 2 lunch boxes will be there, and they are both now fairly useless. This table and chairs is pissing me off. It's in like the stupidest place. I can't like get around. So I'm going to move this table. We're not going to be using this bedroom, are we? We're going to be sleeping in... Not in there, that's a bathroom. Yeah, we'll sleep in here. So with that in mind, let's put the table... Well, in fact, before we do that, let's remove the curtains here. And then put the table down in the doorway. It's actually going to let us place it there. The door is blocked. Yes, there's a table in the way. Fantastic. So we picked up that sheet, which means we can throw it on here. Close those. So now we've got a safe place to sleep, I think. Take some antidepressants, and then we don't have an alarm, so we'll miss the cooking show if we go to sleep now. We may miss carpentry. I don't think going to sleep without an alarm isn't really an option for us here because... Oh no, we've got an alarm on this. That's perfect. So we'll set our alarm for 5:50, 10 minutes before the cooking show is on, and we'll go to sleep. Stop alarm. Switch it off in case we forget about it in future. And let's just keep reading cooking then. Sit on the floor there. Lovely jubbly. So welcome if you just joined, and if you're new, very much welcome to you. just hit my webcam. Thanks for joining us, and please do subscribe if you like what you see, or send the link to a friend. Why not? Think, even if you've been watching the channel for like months and months, think now of a friend you never told about DankNStein, and just send them a WhatsApp message or something now. Just tell a friend. Spread the word. Spread the love. Spread some DankNStein joy. So we're actually not getting the multipliers for having read this yet. We maybe should have stayed up reading it and then slept between 6 and 12 because we don't have a book to read for these hours. But the problem is, if you make yourself very tired, you're vulnerable, because then if you get ambushed in your house when you happen to be very tired and you can't really look after yourself, it's not very good. So I think we want to do some residential looting, because if we can find a carpentry for beginners, we'd like to read it before anything else happens. And we also want some lighter, like a lighter and things like that. So let's grab a banana for breakfast, and then we'll do a quick 6 hours of looting and stuff. Let's have a quick look at the map together. You would need a day in to finish a book. Yeah, it's a long time in the early portions of the game, really, isn't it? I'll have a look. So I'm just setting this up. So what we do with Zomboid frequently is look at the map that's online, because it's very useful. That's what I'm going to do right now. So here it is. The size of this map is pretty disturbing. It's massive. We're in West Point, which is over here, and we're at the school, which is up here. And there's the library that we just raided in the school, and down here are the corridors that we were just looting, the lockers. So you can see there is like a utility room and stuff. It might actually be worth going back into the school and exploring some of these other rooms in the school. The canteen will also contain some food. There's a utility room there. Staff room has a fridge in it, and there's another kind of kitchenette there connected to the staff room. What about upstairs in the school? The upstairs is much smaller, you see. Seems to be another kind of a staff room type thing there, with another fridge in it though. And another utility room, and lots more lockers as well. Okay, yes, we could just go back to the school. That's one option. We've already done this grocery store, which is nice. And thinking about places where there's groceries is a good opening strategy, because you know, if you can get them into a fridge before they go off, you've got access to a lot more food. If we head north in West Point, it gets pretty boring. There isn't much. There's a farmhouse there, which we could go and attempt to take. It's quite nicely in the middle of nowhere. But I'm leaning towards like these 3 houses here, all in a row, all 2 stories, pretty on the edge of town, next to water. There's a car park behind them where we might pick up a car, and 2 more houses to loot. So I think we loot these 2 houses and then try and get those 3 done and see how much of this we can do before midday. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, and we did check, didn't we? Yeah, fine. Yeah, let's go. So every time we change clothes, oh, here we go, digital watch, better. Not really sure why. Because it shows you the date and the temperature, doesn't it? That's why the digital watches are better. Look at our protection here. So you can see where the holes are in our trousers on our left leg. Means we're not protected. I think the jacket has got a hole in the front of the torso there. So we're not very well protected there either. Here's the last house in this little blow. There's one more over there, actually, second last house. Interesting. The saucepans are useful because we can fill them up with water. Ice cream's good because we can eat it. Can opener, nope, don't need it. There's a metal pipe in that box. It's a decent backup weapon, so I'm going to chuck it on my back in case we find nothing else. Just a perfect outfit here. So we're going to upgrade our outfit because we're no doubt wearing, you know, bloody and ripped versions of all of those things. Oh, come on. Look at that. Found a sledgehammer. That's an incredibly rare find. And to find it in a residential location is really rare, actually. So that's really, really good. The thing that's great about sledgehammers is we can destroy sets of stairs with sledgehammers, which means that we can take a 2-story building and make the top story, you know, very, very safe, actually. That's good. We'll fill our water bottle. I won't fill the saucepan just yet because we don't need to. Did I empty both of these crates? Because if I did, I'm actually going to take these cardboard boxes. But we may also now look to move house, actually. Let's see what comes of this place first. The front door is wide open, so that feels like the safest way to enter. Still just wanting to check for carpentry for beginners, like, how dumb. It's kind of a nightmare scenario when a alarm like this goes off. The sooner it stops, the better. Yeah, and in this kind of fog as well. Yeah, I think we need to get indoors. Get out of the fog, get out of the areas where zombies can freely flow around the map. Here they come. There's one right there. It's always worth taking the house keys, because the more you collect just randomly every time you come into contact with a zombie, the more likely you are to be able to break into places when you need to. Seems obvious, but it really does help. Yeah, there was way too many in that fog. When they started appearing, right, in and out of the fog, then it was like, right, time to bounce, time to get out. But a good time to probably jump into the school, because everybody probably left. And we may want to look at the map now for other areas that are kind of near that spot. We definitely want to be back at our TV by 12 o'clock for carpentry. I don't want to miss that one. So I think we're just going to grab this, and then we're going to try and fight our way back to our own house, like, you know. Oh wow, look, they have loads of fresh food in the canteen. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is good. Assuming we can get back into our house and isn't completely overrun, which it probably is completely overrun. Probably all windows are smashed. It's probably full of zombies just because it was next door to that one. No, the can opener we don't need, but the sugar we'll take, right? Loot all. A beer in the school cafeteria fridge seems inappropriate. Highly inappropriate. Matches. I think we can start smoking now. Although a box of matches does run out very quickly. But yes, we can at least have one smoke. Meccan, yeah, that's where I left my beer. At school. In the 80s. Well, for me. Actually, I'm being a little bit... I'm over-exaggerating my age. I wasn't quite at school in the 80s. I was at nursery in the late 80s, at best. So we've got a heavy load now, and we might have a lot of fighting to do to get back into our house. So my feeling is that we should start pushing that way. It's going to be very foggy out there again. It's horribly foggy. Yeah, I thought that one would see us. I'm going to try and just use pushing on this one because it's quieter than weapons. Like a head stomp doesn't make as much noise. Big group there. Group there. There's one there. That one's seen us. There's a huge group there, right outside our exact house. That's our house, and... oh no, this is our house. And there's a huge group right there. So let's stand up a second. We're going to try and lose them all. So we're going to try and grab all their attention first. Make sure that we definitely have all of our new supporters here. It's going to be harder to corral them all together in the mist because they're going to not be able to keep track of me as well. But it means it's going to be much easier to lose them afterwards. I'll check there's no one in there. I don't think so. And then we just duck like this. I'm hoping this will be wide enough to just come down here because of the fog. Oh, we got lucky there, didn't we? nice and wide this arc. Without going too close to the bunch that we saw in the car park there. Okay, so we're in bad shape. Like, this area is completely tapped and compromised in almost every way. But this is fine. I think we're going to be okay. So put all our fresh food in the fridge. Did I just eat that? Okay, that's actually not a problem. To just eat a bell pepper, I think is fine. Man's worked hard for it, do you know what I mean? The freshness. Okay, good. Any more freshness for us here? Yep. Ice cream. Chips, lollipops, pickles. Okay, all of that. YouTube 15 years to show the stream. Okay. Well, better late than never, my friend. Glad you're here. Useful things in here. And then we've... oh wait, hold on. Put this saucepan into our main inventory. Fill all. And then the saucepan with water goes in with the drinks. Okay. And so we're looking good. Now, we're looking better. That's empty, and this one just has those. This empty notebook shouldn't be there. That should be there. Might as well read how to use a generator while we watch the show. YouTube sucks at showing live streams up, yeah. Yeah, that's why I post the links into Discord, because I think sometimes you just need the link, like, I don't know. Right. We finished that magazine. We're tired. And frankly, we're surrounded. I feel that the best thing might be to read all of these magazines while we're here. Is it that one that we're taking next? Yeah, too much fog to move about, exactly. So even though we're surrounded, the fog is keeping us safe, and we can just sit here and read the magazines, which means we don't have to take them onto our new base. The gameplay's golden, but I don't really like the camera direction. Yeah, the isometric view is a very specific thing, isn't it? So I think, yeah, like, you know, It has its pros and its cons, definitely. I think it's going to take that one next. If it does, then I know I need to come down from that point. Yeah. So this one needs to be added to the queue. And this one. And this one. And this one. And then we can do a little fast forwards. I don't want to fast forward too quickly, because also as the fog disappears, we might find that people start to get attention. Somebody might see us through the front window. Somebody might come in through the broken window in the kitchen there. So I'm just going to keep my eye on things. It's just like Sims 1, yeah. I quite like the isometric thing because it feels very retro to me, which I really enjoy, you know. That was a smashed window I just heard. Clearly this friend of ours heard it too. We got two guys. Got a lot of guys at our front door. And this only ends one way because they'll smash the window, you see. And then when they do, now they all start pouring in. The others who are nearby will have heard that smashed window. Seems like one of them glitched out, so that's kind of lucky for us. But you see how we're tired right now? So this is not the time, we can't really be fighting. And our axe just broke. Okay, so time to potentially bail. Wait, maybe not. Maybe we can handle this. The backup plan is clear. We've got our bedroom behind us, and there's a window in there that we can open. We can go into the bedroom, shut the door behind us, open the window, and jump out. But if it's only these 5, we might handle it. But they will break down our front door, like that. And they've come in through the bedroom as well. Time to just sprint through them. Okay, good. We got away without too much hassle. We're tired again. Just trying to pull more of them out of the house itself. So sometimes it gets to this point where it gets out of control and fighting is just not an option right now. It's just not possible for us to consider. So instead, what I usually try to do then is to gather as many of them as I possibly can together in one place. We can smoke as well, which will calm us down. And once you've gathered a load, then you bounce. Okay, so there's all the magazines we've read. Good, they're nice and tight. Tight-knit group. Smoking whenever all the zombies right behind you. I know, it's just like, let me just light up a cigarette. That's going to help this situation more than anything. And now we go into sneak sprinting. And we just bounce. Now it's good that somebody's broken that door, because what we can do is we can creep in here. And we'll probably have lost them all by this point. So now we just come in here, open that, shut that again. More sneaky, creepy. And back round to the house. And now we've got a massive horde, we know, on the south side of the school. But the numbers that we need to kill to reclaim our own base should be minimal, and this metal bar is an enjoyable weapon. I do like it. But as you can see, like, because of the tired moodlets and we're peckish and panicking, we're not doing much damage there. You like stomping on the head over and over again. Oh yes, listless onion, ciao ciao, how are you? This base is completely ruined. Completely ruined. There's no front door anymore. Even the bedroom, I think. Oh, hello. But we don't need to bring everything from here to where we're going to go to. We don't need to do all of that. So we can eat like an avocado or something. The cardboard boxes actually weigh a little bit, but why don't we take them with us? We can put them in a bag. Oh, wow. They've broken into the bathroom as well. I didn't think there was a window in there. There is a window in there. So concerning. Right. So, let me just pause a second. I need to think. We need to sleep. Like, the main thing is we need to find a new bed and sleep in it. And this house isn't safe to sleep in because we're not secure. Repainting the house red, yep. You got endless meetings. Those are the worst days. In a way, I like meetings because the time passes, whereas when you're just sitting working in silence on your own, I find that the working day takes longer, whereas meetings make time pass. But the like further into my career I get, the more tiring I find meetings, because when you first start going to meetings, like, you're never chairing them or leading them, or you don't really want to get anything out of them. You're just there because someone told you to go, because they usually you're at a meeting because somebody else wants to get something from you. The more senior I get and the further in my career I get, the more tiring actually meetings are, compared to I just like days where I've just got to work on my own, and doing meetings, it's like, oh, this is going to be tiring. Anyway, so we can't even fight our way to a new bed. So I think we need to be really, really careful here about our next move. No, I think I know what we're going to do. So what we'll do is we'll pick up this chair, this table that we put in the way here. We actually can't block that window with it, can we? I don't think putting the table here blocks the window. I'm almost certain it doesn't. Oh, there's an electric base in here, which we do actually want to take with us as well. Didn't I pick a sheet? No. I guess we'll leave that sheet there for now. Have I ever played Darkest Dungeon? No. People told me about this. If I don't sleep, maybe I should rest. Yeah, well, I think we're going to try and sleep. I think a sheet here. We've got a 6 o'clock TV show as well. Do we have anything else we want to read before we leave, so we don't have to take it with us? keep reading this. Have a little sit. Face the right way. Literally just the door's wide open, you can just see. Can we see any zombies? No. Okay. I'm still going to do this though. I still think this is the right approach. And we'll watch this TV show at 6, and when it finishes we'll go in there and we'll just sleep until like 3 in the morning or something. So we'll get enough sleep to catch up. Or maybe we'll sleep till 6, we can watch our cooking show, and then we'll spend the time between 6 and 12 going to our next abode, wherever that might be. It looks dangerous to sleep there. The table won't stop them. No, I know, because they'll just climb over the table. It does look dangerous, doesn't it? But I think more dangerous to go out, because wherever we head, we'll meet zombies and we'll have to fight them, and we're just in no state. Admittedly, waiting to watch TV is probably a mistake here, but this is what we're going to do. Because I think this is a pretty good book. This is a pretty good show, this one, isn't it? Is this the farming one or something? I mean, maybe we should have been reading Farming for Beginners if we have it. I'm hoping we don't now, so I don't feel like I made a mistake. We do. Although maybe we probably... Yeah, because we'd started reading Cooking first. We hadn't actually picked up Farming yet. Okay, anyway, whatever. A smoke and bed, yeah. In fact, we just wait. Get all our ticks. I'm hoping we can get through this. I think we will. Until next time. Cooking back on the shelf. Bedtime. Set alarm. Sit 5:50. Alarm set. Sleep. Oh, do you want? Let's have a smoke first, so we don't wake up from a nightmare. Oh, we are losing weight already a little bit. It's alright though. Not too bad. Cigarettes are considered food. Yeah, essential. Wait. No, we're not having you sleep out there, bruv. Sleep on this side of the bed if you must. No, 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 no. What? Just risk it then. The fact that that worked has astounded me. Remove curtain. Yoink. Remove curtain. I shoot, I hunt, I fish. Of course you do, sunshine. Okay, sweet. Couldn't get to the side of the bed, yeah. No, it kind of made sense, but also at the same time it was just like, well, this is probably going to get us killed. I think we're going to be alright. So now we'll get the cooking show. We're reading the book now. We must have some kind of multiplier on it by now. A 1.2 multiplier. So hopefully this finishes, like, we'll level up to the point where we've got beginner locked in. It's annoying how close to finishing carpentry we were. If we'd had like some nails and a hammer, I could have done a bit of barricading. got up to there and then read the intermediate thing before. Anyway, it's fine. So we get 19.5 for each tick now instead of 16.25. It's something. We're going to probably have to do multiple trips back and forth between this and the place that we are aiming for. So with that in mind, I'm not going to actually bring any of my stuff with me. Wait, hold on. Because we needn't. I guess the one that I will take is the carpentry for intermediates, because that one will be super useful. The empty notebook, I don't know why we keep carrying this around with us. The 2 sheets can go in there. The broken hand axe. And I guess like any other little odd inventories that we can definitely afford to bring with us, we might as well. Like while we're still not even over encumbered in the slightest. There's 15 in there, so there's some heavy stuff in there, but that's the sledgehammer. So if we put the sledgehammer in this bag, does that completely screw us? No, yeah, we're still really good. And then the remaining 9 from there. Screw it, come on in. Pop in my bag and you get. And we're not over encumbered yet. Good, I'd say that's a good balance then, so we're just bringing the stuff. And then let's eat a cabbage. I think they go off quite quickly, don't they, the cabbages. Strawberries also gives a bit of happiness, be nice. And a smoke. Right. And we're ready to go. Aim for a 2-story house, 100%. Yeah. Take some food. Okay, well in case we get hungry on the way, we have 4 leeks, which I've just thrown on the floor by mistake. There we go. So I know where we're aiming for as well. Problem is still just that this alarm in that house went off. And so that house scares me. But whichever one of the 2-story houses back here is in best condition will be our house. That one's still got a door. It's probably this one on the end here then, isn't it? Little bit of barricading of the windows down here and we'll be right as rain. Ah, interesting. There's a bit of a scene going on in here. Please no alarm. Some empty bottles, that's nice. I know this was your house once, but if we'll leave you directly outside the house, sure. Oh, whoops, I need to put this back in secondary. The hiking bag is a much better bag, so that will go on our back once we've unpacked here. Canned tuna in there is very random. We'll leave our sledgehammer in the middle of the floor, because that's... we're not going to forget that there. And we'll put sheets on the front of the house, because I get the feeling that the majority of attention will come from the main road. So these two are probably the best two to cover. But ideally we steal all the curtains from upstairs and just finish up the bottom floor. Put our leaks away. And then these are all the things, aren't they, as we said. I'll put rubbish in that one. Just all of that stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to keep our drinks. Well, let's fill all here. Yes, Shoot City, that beard, where'd it come from? Just like directly out of my face, man. I've just been really lazy, I just haven't shaved in a long time. But yeah, it's getting good, isn't it? It's looking alright under there. So drinks under the sink is a classic. Absolutely vintage. Check upstairs first. Oh yeah. That's a very good point. How are you, Shoot City, bruv? You alright? How are tricks? Let's put cans in the bottom, in the like the middle bit, that bit there. That's what I'm thinking. So that's all rubbish. That's fine. And then these are all the things that we wanted. Oh yeah, and then the books that we're kind of maybe actively reading at the moment can go on that bookshelf, and then we can have some other storage for the main bookshelf somewhere else. We've got these cardboard boxes that we wanted to bring with us. But I guess we're going to be very quickly moving everything upstairs anyway. So let's go and check upstairs, actually. That's not a bad idea. Living your best lockdown life, good. Yeah, man, you definitely got to give this game a go. It's absolutely incredible. Pat doesn't know what he's talking about, trust me. Interesting. Should we make this the rubbish? We always make this kind of room the rubbish bin, don't we? It's not even rubbish, it's just like, because there's items that we might need later that we don't necessarily need now. So just like a dumping ground, so then you can come and check later on, like, oh, I wonder if the thing we need is here. What I'm actually going to do is not take all the... I've changed my mind about how we're going to approach this. Turn that off. This is our bedroom for sure. In fact, maybe we should keep just spare clothes in here, in one of them at least. It kind of makes sense. It's like the place that makes the most sense to keep them, unless we keep them by our bed, because we can fit more in here. We're not going to have a lot of clothes early on. Change my mind again. I actually think this is what we're gonna... We usually have a storage next to our bed that we like to call our care package, and I'm gonna put the care package in there, which is gonna be spare cigarettes, things like that. It was a bit too spooky. It is spooky, bruv. You know what we can do though, Sheets, we can play some split screen multiplayer, bizarrely, because there's split screen implemented but not online multiplayer implemented yet. But with Steam remote play, you can just play the split screen online. It's pretty sick. Oh, lots of sheets. Put those in our main inventory, actually. Turn off the light in here because that's bait as fuck, and then close these curtains. If we can get all the curtains up here shut nicely. There's like half of a shutter sticking out there, it's weird. Close, okay, good. close. I think we're out of sheets now. We might have one more. Oh, we've got a couple more. You can actually play it online, but what I'm playing in is the kind of beta thread where they've got like the newer release, where they're kind of messing about with stuff. And then what they did was the beta line ended up having this update that's like the biggest update the game's ever had, and basically the beta line is now a new game. It's like, this is the real Project Zomboid, and the actual, if you just download the game from Steam and you don't go into the like beta build options, then you're basically just playing the old version of the game that is just like not the game. So yeah, so for all those reasons really, even though there is multiplayer in the core game, nobody plays the core game anymore. Sheet ropes, sledge stairs for sure. All of this rubbish. Actually, let's keep the antidepressants on us. But all the rest of it is junk, I think, yeah. White hair dye is pretty jokes. I wouldn't mind dyeing my hair white. That could be funny. Do we have a spare sheet still? I think we might still have one spare, we do. Just kind of jokes. But this was, yeah, transfer all of that crap. And then we need to decide where we want to put the 2 cardboard boxes, I guess. And I guess if this is our bedroom, then it's like all along here, there could be a wall of storage. So why don't we do that? Just a couple of cardboard boxes piled up there. Never hurt anybody. And then our one spare sheet can go on one of the windows down here. And I'm guessing it makes the most sense for it to be this one, just because it's at the front of the house. I don't know, but I think in the long run what you actually want to do is you want to remove all the broken glass, open all the doors and windows downstairs, don't you? Let's switch off this radio that's on very loud and pick it up, because we've got a few radios with us. Grab all of this stuff. We're kind of getting there now. And we can just do a couple trips back and forth to bring all of the rest of our stuff. Yeah, grab the TV and bring it up. That's a good idea. Yeah. Tish and Media, big ups. How are you? What time is it? Okay, I need to leave in half an hour. That's fine. So I guess for now, yeah, let's put our useful things, as we like to call them. Yep, we should just all that stuff into here, that's fine. I don't want to miss carpentry because I'm transferring inventory. Watching Woodcraft. Yes, we are. So that white one, I think... Okay, the black one's on my back currently. So we'll move all the stuff into the white one, which is not on my back. Apart from that hiking bag, which we will equip on our back. Which will mean the normal duffel bag is now unequipped, and that can just go in there. Okay, great. Are we gonna level up here? There we go. So this is why I brought this book with me. So actually, we've got a bit of food in the fridge. We don't actually need to go home at all. There's nothing urgent to go home for, apart from this Carpentry for Intermediates book, which we have. So now we can read it in time for the next carpentry show tomorrow. But I agree we should move the TV upstairs, and possibly this little fella too. In fact, I mean, any of the storages from down here we can move, we should. Like, we could move our fridge and everything up there, you know? So I actually need a hammer for that table, okay. I see O sheet. I like it. I don't know if I want it in the corner. You know where I want it? Here. And then we're going to go get the TV and put the TV on top of it. Okay. Overshot it. There we go. God, that looks terrible. Okay, I'm rethinking it. Because I don't want things to look bad. That's the other thing I like. I do actually... I know the aesthetic is probably a bit polarizing having the isometric thing, but I really, really like the look of this game because, I mean, apart from the fact that everything has that kind of isometric quality, actually the realism is really good. The level of detail is really good. So we'll pick this guy up as well. We're gonna go for a slightly different approach here. So put down, not the TV yet. No, yes, the little. Does that guy move depending on which? I want it facing that way. Yep, and then the low shelves next to it, and then TV on top of the small table next to the low shelves, and then there you go. That's what I wanted to see. I know we got intermediates, carpentry there or whatever, but we should just be able to shut that. Before we do, wow, you madman! Why did you jump over that? But okay, fine. At least it wasn't a full floor. Okay, so shut that off. So we still have some food and water and stuff down here, and the fridge is still working down here, and that's all fine. We could destroy the stairs now, but I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna get something to eat. I'm just gonna go upstairs and we're just gonna read our book. Oops. This game would not work in 3D. Yeah, I don't know that it would. I mean, well, arguably it would. I mean, it's just like this game in 3D is like 7 days to die, basically, isn't it? But obviously this game is superior. I think, you know, you bring in 3D or first person into it, it becomes less of a kind of like management simulator and more of an action game. You know, and then it would become actually about how good an FPS player you are with your guns and that. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, look, we can read this entire book, and we should. Because then the carpentry show tomorrow will do absolute wonders for us. So, I'm going to stop reading just quickly to have a smoke, actually. And then back to it. Fast forward up till 6 o'clock, I think. Nothing more important than aesthetics during an apocalypse, exactly. Glad you agree. Should you've read about half the book here, you can have another smoke now. Seven Days to Die is a sandbox, and this is a restricted sandbox. Interesting. I don't know what's the difference. Why is Project Zomboid a restricted sandbox? I'm not really sure what's restricted about this that isn't so restricted in 7 days. I mean, apart from that, this doesn't have any multiplayer. If you haven't already, can I bother you for a like on the stream? It all really helps to kind of push us up the pushes up the rankings and whatnot else. And if you're just joining us, if you're new, then welcome. Welcome, I'm DankNStein, and this is Jack Stratton having his own personal nightmare here. I don't know. I would disagree with you. I think like I have a very particular way that I like to play the game, and I like to focus on the skills and developing the character. But I think that you can play this game however you want, really, and because you can change all the settings, you know. So you don't have to be playing. I'm gonna try that on there. That was the idea. You know, you don't have to be playing exactly like this. If we put a duffel bag on the floor here, it could be like our first aid bag. We can essentially just live in this one room, you know, nearly. And then we'll have like expansion of storage out here, expansion of, I don't know what we'd do with that. Whatever, anyway. I'm just coming down here to get some food. And then we're going to finish the book rather than sleeping first. I don't want to risk not finishing the book. What is my favourite game category? Interesting. Usually something sandboxy and creative, like something where, you know, where I'm doing a bit of the storytelling myself, or a little bit of the other thing that I like is becoming abundantly clear that I really like is permadeath. I like a game where when I die, it's over and you start again, and I think that's like from my childhood, really, because I spent so long playing all of those classic Disney games like Aladdin and Lion King, and well, I mean, like the old Mario games on the Game Boy, and I was reminded of the Return of the Jedi game the other day. And like, that was a sick game on Game Boy. But anyway, all those old games, all those old platformers, they all had permadeath. Like, that's how games were when I was growing up. Apart from, like, I suppose puzzle games like Lemmings. I remember Lemmings being a game where you only ever had to play each level once. Once you completed the level, you never had to go back. You could always just start from wherever you wanted. And it gave you passcodes and things. But usually all games back then were permadeath. And I think that's probably the main genre point that I actually really like. Yeah, it's true. You restrict yourself. I mean, you have to. Like, but Michael, what you're talking about is playing on Apocalypse difficulty. There are like 4 difficulty settings, and they're not even really difficulty settings. They're more like game modes, because there's like a builder setting where basically all the zombies are really easy to fight, or there's barely any of them. And like you got more building resources, and you can build quicker and upgrade things quicker and stuff. So you've got all those different like paths you can take through the game, and then all the different scenarios as well. But yeah, if you're playing Apocalypse difficulty, then you kind of have to do the things that you have to do to survive. Kind of like Long Dark, I guess, isn't it? It's completely open world, yet you got to do X, Y, and Z or you'll die. The old 8-bit and 16-bit games were brutal. Yeah, they absolutely were, man. They were brutal. But I loved that about them, because then when you completed it, you were really completing it. And like, and when you died, you had this moment of like genuine loss of that run. Nowadays, when I play like a modern game, dying is absolutely inconsequential. You know? Like, playing, like, why am I not, if I could be fast forwarding some of this. I think we can almost certainly finish this in the morning. So I'm going to get something to eat, have a smoke, and I'm going to get some sleep now between now and 6 o'clock. And then when we wake up at 6, we can keep reading, I think. We don't have many matches left. You heard me read something before you saw it in chat. Wow, that is slow. I normally get the chat after you guys, I find. But maybe that's just because I'm not paying attention. Oh, you guys from the 70s. Okay, yeah, you're a decade ahead of me. Set alarm, it's 5:50. Yep, on. Sleep. Don't smoke, kids. Yeah. Thank you. Sadistic astronaut. I needed that little disclaimer there, like, stop alarm. Switch that off so it doesn't surprise us tomorrow morning. And then read. And then sit. Oh wait, before we read, should we just smoke? I think that's our last smoke. I think this match will go. No, we have one more match, I think. Great, cool. I meant 1972. Yeah, no, I figured you weren't 72, yeah. Oh, yeah, 48 in age, yeah. Ian, that is the funniest thing. So Tishan's like 72, like 48. That cracked me up. A Vic 20, nice, and then a Commodore 64, yeah, standard. So I missed the boat on those. I was born in 88. The first computer we had in my house that I remember properly was a DOS machine, and then we had that for about a year and a half or 3 years maybe. I can't remember, like I was very young. And then when Windows 3.1 came out, my dad upgraded the machine, put a CD drive in it, and got 3.1. I think that's what happened. But 3.1 was a bit crap anyway. All the games I used to be able to play in DOS I could still play, and all the new ones that came out for 3.1 didn't work. That was my memory of Windows 3.1. But I did like the art packages. I liked doing paint and stuff, and I think we had an art package like called Fine Artist. I think that was very good. You can make little comic strips and things. I really like that one. Right, yes, we left ourselves plenty of time. Carpentry for Intermediates is finished. We now have a 4.5 times multiplier on levels 3 and 4 of Carpentry. And in fact, this book now is rubbish. This book now is not... Oh, I keep doing that. We can't break our legs doing that, can we? Because we should redesign this. Well, we're going to anyway. We're going to destroy those stairs. And what I might do is take the railings out and put walls in. Or, in fact, we could put floor, couldn't we? We could destroy the stairs and then just fill it up with floor. That would be the best thing to do. Putting our spare clothing in here, right? Now, I think we can fit in one trip home. Again. I think we can fit one trip home in before the 12 o'clock carpentry show. It depends how many zombies we encounter on our way there, but let's do it. So we'll eat a leek. have our last smoke before. Still got enough water, I think, but we might as well fill them. Yeah, the box art. Yeah, when the box art was somebody actually drew a picture. Hell yeah, they were amazing. We were talking about retro games the other day, weren't we? And you know what? I'm actually exploring a potential partnership actually with a company about some retro games. But I won't say anything more than that. But there's a potential DankNStein kind of event on the horizon that will be focused like very heavily on retro gaming. So maybe coming across the front here was stupid. Okay, we got fighting to do here to wrestle control of our house back. Okay, I know how we're going to lose these guys quite easily. Oh shit. I was going to drag them through that building, but I won't now. But what I will do is hopefully just confuse them with a lap. There's guys there as well, but again, hopefully the speed at which I'm just making a break for this corner, and then the right angle that we're turning around here to behind the trees and then ducking into the house means they just don't stand a chance of knowing where we went when they come around that corner. Anything in our rubbish supply that we think might be useful to bring along for the ride? Literally no. I mean, if baking pans become a thing, but I think we'll be able to find them. So we take all the canned foods, or whatever it is, just all the non-perishables. Got a lot of drinks. But all the frozen food can go in with the non-perishables, so that works. Just wondering if I can just empty the whole kitchen basically and then come back for the books afterwards. Okay, it's not going to be very organised this, but we'll just chuck it wherever it will fit. Throw those into our main inventory then, which will be heavy. But the only thing left then is all the books, and there's no way we can carry those two. We're just going to take this stuff and go. Here, come this way. Right, nearly 5 o'clock as well, so I will have to end the stream in 5 or 10 minutes. For now, we are actually leaving all of our food down here, aren't we? That's what we said. Gorgeous. What's that? That's a combination. Oh no, there is some frozen. A frozen watermelon. Maybe that made its way into the freezer by mistake. Ice cream in here? Yep. Any other frozen food? No. Okay, so that's that, and then we can put our drinks under the sink. Water bottle. Fine. So all the rest of this is just non-perishable food. But we're going to separate cans from non-canned now that we're getting quite a lot of food in. So all the rest of this, I think, all goes in here. Can openers can go with the cans, perhaps. Would make more sense. Right, and given it's 10:30 now, we won't go back for the books. We'll stay here for the carpentry show. And then, oh, like saucepan with water as well in our main inventory. I forgot about that. We're out of lighters now. Oh, 2 kettles of water. Oh, and lots of bottles of water as well. This is very good. So the ones that are full can go in the reserves. And these 2 that are half empty can be filled. Let's wash all our clothes. Hopefully it won't take too much time. And then wash ourselves. Great. So nice and clean. Probably a little bit wet. That's alright. Actually, we're not wet even. Very good. And we're just in time. Pick a book to read. Oh, we didn't bring any of our books, of course, so we are going to slightly waste a bit of time here. We've got enough time to run downstairs, grab some food. Pop 2's back, safe man, welcome back. I'm literally about to finish up, unfortunately, because I do need to go collect the other kid. I haven't got the clear pass on the other kids. I need to go collect that one now. I was dawdling. I'm gonna be missing my carpentry, my precious carpentry. This is an advert, so that's fine. We can't smoke, otherwise we would. Eat the rest of the banana now. By the way, are you playing cracked or premium Minecraft? Cracked or premium? I mean, I paid for Minecraft. I bought my copy of Minecraft like 10 years ago. No, not 10 years ago. I bought Minecraft in... I mean, nearly 10 years. Nearly, maybe it is. I had in my head 2011. But that seems a bit early. I think it was more like... I think I got involved in 2012, 2013. I think I paid for my copy of Minecraft then. So 8 years ago. It's quite a long time. What time is it? Yeah, I've got to go. I can't actually, we've got to run back and get the books. Otherwise I'm going to forget where they are when we come back to this playthrough. That's alright if I'm fast about putting my... Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I can do a little run. I'll have a little run on the way there. Bang bang ladies, yeehaw. Right, both of those are empty. Unbelievable. I'm getting very minor damage from doing it every time. I'm sure one of these times we'll get unlucky and it will just break our legs. I'm not sure if I've done this yet, but also we looked out the back to see what... Oh yeah, I don't actually want to do that there then. So what we know is that all the dudes are on this side of the fence. There's a couple dudes there. We also saw lots of dudes before around here, but they seem to have moved on. Sweet. And in here. It's raining. Hmm. Great. I'll be wet then. Okay, good. Now, was there anywhere in this house anything else of value? Because we're about to basically leave and never come back. Let's pick up the little low shelves. It's quite nice, I think. Are we able to pick these up? No, we need a hammer to pick up the proper things. Yeah, so the low shelves will do. We wanted the blue bass guitar, of course we did. Can't equip it in both hands. What I can do though is I can attach... No, I can't attach it to my back. So I guess they've stopped you being able to just attach bass guitars to your back now. 6 PM here in 2 minutes, you have another meeting. Oh my god, starting at 6 PM, that's awful. Do it topless. Okay, he's lost interest. The guys haven't broken in from the front either. So, low shelves. Okay, not very centered, but whatever, we'll take it. In this corner one, I'm going to put all the ones that are beginners or intermediates. And over here, I'm going to put all the stuff that's like further into the future for us than that. So all advanced and experts all go on this side. Chill morning, nice. I'm glad you're having a chill time watching my streams. That's excellent. That's definitely the whole point. Like, that is what I want to hear. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, thanks for watching, and share it with a friend. Tell everybody you know. Masterful books over here. And then all this kind of thing can go in one of these. Yeah, let's put them up there in that cardboard box for now. That's fine by me. And with that, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. It's a nice time to check out. We have started a great run, I think. Like, our skills are looking good. We've already got the multiplier there, so we know that when we watch the next show, we're going to get into level 5 carpentry, which is pretty sweet. Those will empty. We do need... Oh, we've got a blue base as well. So I guess we'll keep our base on the floor here for now. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, one and all. Much appreciated. Do like the stream. Do subscribe. Share it with a friend. Watch some of the VODs of old Project Zomboid runs. I would recommend very highly the Eugene run. I would recommend the Jimi Hendrix run. They're both very good. And yeah. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you soon. Safe.